Let's zoom in on Versailles, 1683, the year colonics became performance art. There's Louis Roman XIV, the human equivalent of a Fabergé egg dipped in cocaine, sprawled between his fifth mistress and a hemorrhoid pillow stitched with extinct dodo feathers. His current obsession: having a sweating, syphilitic physician funnel enough mulled wine up his backside to drown a village. 2,149 enemas. That's not a medical record, it's a cry for help written in clove-scented hubris. But here's the punchline. While peasants literally liquefied from the plague, Louis decided his turds held the cure. Yes, turds. He hollered between Enema 412 and aggressively pole-vaulting onto a Boule marquetry cabinet like a wigged honey badger. Bottle my royal bowel broth. Let them drink me. Picture Gilderoy Lockhart selling his toenail clippings as NFT immunity charms, and you've grasped the absurdity. And then, oh then, the gas. The Sun King's farts weren't mere wind, they were a methane symphony. After devouring enough lamb to poison a minotaur, he'd waddle to his favorite armchair, detonate a biohazardous foghorn blast, and summon nobles to deep-sniff the upholstery like it was a limited edition Supreme drop. Your flatulence smells of victory, Majesty, simpered a duke whose nasal cavity was 60% mercury paste. Their excuse: that this butt-born miasma cured headaches. Let me repeat. While Isaac Newton was inventing physics, France's elite were essentially huffing ancient ragime fart jars like TikTokers chasing berry-flavored vape clouds. Versailles wasn't a palace, it was the world's most gilded fart museum, and every whiff cost more than a peasant's life savings. The takeaway: absolute power corrupts, absolutely your common sense. Versailles wasn't simmering in rosewater, it marinated in megalomania. Louis Roman XIV concocted 814 perfumes to smother the olfactory reality that his kingdom resembled the vestry of an Amsterdam brothel after a herring festival. The monarch behind Sun King's divine breath, cologne, allegedly emitted miasmas so potent they could fossilize diamonds. Contemporary accounts describe his aroma as what would happen if Satan boiled Limburger cheese in a sulfur spring while wearing Crocs. Yet this ambulatory compost heap invested more in musk oil than France's entire fleet, transforming Versailles into the prototype for an Ed Hardy cologne disaster. His orange blossom waiter addiction was so extreme servants reported finding citrus-scented vapor trails in hallways. Imagine an alcoholic juicer attempting aromatherapy during a panic attack. Then came the Black Death. Buboes blossoming like TikTok time-lapse mushrooms. Peasants perishing with the moist pop of forgotten Lunchables in a sun-baked Honda Civic. Louis Remedy: distribute biodomes of my royal rectum. While commissioning crystal chandeliers to purify miasma, he mandated physicians prescribe Le Remède du Roi, velvet-corked vials of his glittering stool samples. Picture Dr. Oz recommending Ivanka Trump's expired lean cuisine as an insulin substitute while flicking St. Kitts residency paperwork off-camera. One physician chronicled a noblewoman chugging King Kaka kombucha with the gastronomic enthusiasm of a frat brother licking ranch dressing off a banned library book. Her death rattle reportedly smelled suspiciously of elderflower and poor choices. Enter Versailles' sniff test doctrine. If corpses didn't reek, no plague existed. Flawless logic, like betting your 401 on Dogecoin because Elon tweeted a meme. Nobles thus dangled, pestilence pendants, stuffed with Louis fermented under boil sweat and toenail clippings. Think Kardashian vampire facials crossed with a Panera bread dumpster. These talismans dangled like Prada reliquaries, holding relics of pure hubris. Meanwhile, actual death vectors thrived. Plague rats nibbling on gilded chamber pots, syphilis-crusted duchesses sharing makeup brushes, Cardinal Richelieu's pet ferret developing a profitable flea circus. The peasant's prescription: slathering Louis petrified turds on doorways like some feckled WD-40. Outcomes resembled Meghan Trainor's attempt at opera: loud, viscous, and universally regrettable. Modern corollary: imagine Logan Paul auctioning Apocalypse antibodies. Vials of his sweat-melted hair gel blended with Times Square subway sludge. promising immunity to nuclear fallout and Instagram algorithm changes. The grift transcends eras. Louis peddled colon confetti as salvation, just as Silicon Valley shills, blockchain healing crystals, made from Zuckerberg's eyebrow trimmings. Humanity's panic response remains tragically predictable. We'll trade kidneys for placebo cures faster than you can say limited time NFT drop. Versailles proved crises don't birth innovation. They forge golden shovels for elites to dig mass graves while selling the dirt back to us as designer mineral supplements. Our survival instinct isn't evolution. It's a late-stage capitalism loot box where the grand prize is another whiff of the billionaire class's halitosis. By 1686, Louis' intestines had transformed into Versailles' most overworked civil servants, outpacing fiscal ministers like Warren Buffett, lapping amateur day traders. Court physicians conducted thrice-daily enema operations with the cold efficiency of ChatGPT generating breakup texts, deploying 22 attendants, 3 tons of Castilian goat milk, and frog skin applicators sewn by nuns whose blindfolds couldn't obscure the moral bankruptcy. Mission-critical syringes devoured budgets exceeding 500 peasant life earnings, akin to Mark Zuckerberg bathing in liquid NFTs, while Meta contractors share CPAP machines in parking lot communes. This bowel worship spawned history's dumbest wellness cult. Sovereign excrement equals national enlightenment. Nobles raced to mimic Louis' colonic calendar faster than Swifties decoding Taylor's Spotify puzzles. Over at Duchess Marguerite's laxative luncheons, aristocrats projectile-vomited fenugreek cocktails into vermeil bedpans while brokering marriage alliances. Imagine Elon hosting a Tesla Cybertruck, reveal inside a Las Vegas sewage tunnel with canapés served on plungers. The gastrointestinal one-upmanship crescendoed when Baron von Fistenbaum introduced enemas blending pulverized Griffon claws and absinthe, the 17th century equivalent of doing keto while mainlining Bang energy drinks. As for Louis, healing touch ceremonies. Pure Hunger Games meets the Kardashians' theater. Picture the king, still digesting 47 courses of truffled swan, palpating peasants' festering neck boils while yesterday's digested ortolan dribbled down his throne's waist chute. The architectural innovation. A permeable oak seat allowing royal seepage to aerate, like a 45 Dom Perignon, during hours-long tumor-poking marathons. Modern corollary. Kim Jong-un streaming ASMR videos of himself curing gout via fax machine, while his golden toilet overflows with Wagyu-induced effluent. Versailles' wellness grift mirrors every Goop Conference pseudoscience panel, where trust fund shamans hawk $500, quantum flatulence, candles claiming to balance thyroid pH through lavender-laced farts. Louis goat milk colonics echo Silicon Valley, bros microdosing psilocybin between $10, 000 stool transplant sessions. Their shared delusion being that oligarch excrement emits transcendence if you ignore the E. Coli confetti. Royal doctors even published research declaring his stool particles more righteous than Moses' tablets, measured via a jewel-encrusted BSO-meter analyzing fecal luminosity. Imagine Dr. Oz endorsing Bitcoin colonic irrigation kits during a Super Bowl ad. The throne room stench, rosewater masking mortal decay, embodied monarchy's cruel duality. Each syringed purge doubled as geopolitical theater. Spanish ambassadors reported negotiating territorial concessions while dodging airborne truffle chunks in the splash zone. Louis weaponized digestive blasts like an influencer monetizing detox tea scams. France's borders expanding via duck liver-propelled rectal artillery. And deep within Versailles' moldering bowels, capitalism's first toilet deity smirked at the fecal farce, until 169 Ritz-Carlton-worthy manure colognes couldn't mask Louis' final frontier of reek. Enter Francois de Rochefort, plotting regicide via crossbow ambush behind a 10-ton marble commode. But Versailles' true security wasn't musketeers. It was the king's own stench distilled into a biological WMD. Court perfumers weaponized his essence into eau de légitimité, a bouquet of civet gland excretions and putrid ambergris aged in syphilitic oak barrels. Guards reported lace collars melting upon entering a 6-foot radius. Rochefort's squad approached like Navy SEAL through a vat of fermented durian slurry. One mercenary retched into his own gas mask, mistaking miasma for mustard gas. A tactical error rivaling Napoleon charging into Kiev Mall wearing Vyhart suit Putin merch. Their crossbow strings dissolved in the pH7. 8 acidic haze, the kill team's final transmission. Gurgling Mondia smells like Versailles, is literally ass, before liquefying into artisanal floor wax. Historical footnote. Palace carpets gained their legendary crimson sheen from would-be assassin enzymes. Modern equivalent. A North Korean defector smuggling CIA-sponsored Fabergé grenades into Kim Jong-un's gold-plated outhouse, only to trigger a nationwide hay fever epidemic. My college roommate Chad attempted similar biowarfare, replacing his Axe body spray with skunk essence to repel dorm looters. Landlord found him passed out under a Picasso-esque vomit mural titled, Hepatitis Aperitif. The CDC incinerated his Xbox for probable war crime evidence. Louis Defense by Stink exposes humanity's eternal folly, toxic insecurity masquerading as divinity. Every influencer dousing themselves in $800, organic confidence, oils reeks of monarchy's last gasp, masking their hollow cores with dollar store dragon's blood resin. Versailles proved even shit particles glitter if you spin them with enough blind obedience. Rochefort's face fossilized mid-scream when coroners peeled him off the bog velvet drapes, a monument to mankind's pungent futility. France apparently decided fiscal responsibility was overrated when some sycophant diagnosed royal bowel movements as national infrastructure. They literally monetized the Sun King's septic tank output as vantibiotic national treasures, which is like if Congress passed a law declaring Elon Musk's bathwater a critical mineral resource. Versailles accountants then unleashed the murd tax. Peasants paid 3 livers annually for hologram-certified scratch and sniff cards claiming 1 whiff neutralized peasant musk. Failure to properly gag during royal flush ceremonies became probable cause for execution. Take Mayor Jean-Baptiste Dupont, who got his neck shortened via guillotine after prosecutors labeled his constipation-era sneeze olfactory terrorism. Now, behold the sperm whale vortex of idiocy that drowned an empire. Louis Roman XIV physicians, proto-grifters who'd sell bleach enemas on modern TikTok, convinced him that huffing aristocratic diarrhea cured gout. Thus began the Great Dagonism, grift, where nobles earned 300,000 livers monthly supplying vintage stool vials at workshops that smelled like if a Hollister store exploded inside a sewage plant. When Peter the Great visited Versailles expecting philosophy salons in 1717, he found 70 purple-clad influencers reverse buckering into velvet sacks, while teen interns sprayed verbena smoke to mask the apocalyptic stench. The Tsar vomited into his own wig whispering. So, France has therapized itself into oblivion. Historians now call this ground zero for 7 future revolutions. The shitconomy alone consumed 21% of France's GDP. Louis launched Murd Express, an Amazon Prime-level delivery network rushing uncorrupted specimens from ducal rectums to palace labs via chariots retrofitted with dash cams and alibi microphones. Workers unionized demanding hazard pay in gold ducats, citing laughter-induced hernias, from explaining their careers at family funerals. Black market Congolese rubber smugglers pivoted to producing gold-leafed, stool stabilization barrels, and jacked prices by 6,000% when Louis declared fresh turds, the unleaded premium of monarchical virility. For a modern parallel, this is Logan Paul auctioning haunted, fecal NFTs while underwater mortgage holders battle algorithmic rent bots charging $8 per toilet flush, or Kim Kardashian selling VIP colonic vapor vapes, endorsed by the FDA's sketchiest lobbyist cousin. Gout inevitably evolved like a Marvel supervillain, The king's addiction escalated to deploying brown matter acquisition squads who raided nunneries for divine sediment arrests and scraped Versailles' servant latrines for limited edition terroir reserve. Meanwhile, 6,000 peasants starved when Louis diverted grain funds to build cryolabs freezing Archduchess plot. Priorities worthy of a congressional infrastructure bill. Inside the stool treasury, philosophers earnestly debated metaphysical density like Reddit bros arguing over Star Wars canon, with Cartesian dualists tweaking out that essence transcends texture. One civil servant actually suffocated categorizing methane purity levels, a death the king commemorated as the most fragrant martyrdom since Joan of Arc. Let's discuss contingency timelines where fecal capitalism always fails harder than a MAGA cryptocurrency. All societal collapses, from Rome to Silicon Valley Bank, occur when ruling classes ponder questions like, does aristocratic flatulence qualify as aerosolized wellness? Even Nazis fell for this excrement. Hitler's astrologer convinced him Stalin's butt sludge contained Bolshevik weakness via psychic scatometry. So SS commandos died fishing Kremlin sewage from frozen Moscow pipes, an operation Patton described as the only Nazi endeavor that stunk both existentially and literally. Final butcher's bill. Imagine Nicolas Cage's National Treasure sequels being funded entirely by a crypto Ponzi scheme collateralized by expired Arby's coupons. 3 entire wars of aggression imploded mid-crusade because funding got reallocated toward custom almond oil enema kits, the 18th century equivalent of Congress purchasing $10,000 gender reveal confetti cannons during a shutdown. Dijon weavers literally lynched tax agents demanding vast silk, drapery woven from royal toilet paper fibers. The king's dying verdict on his gout treatment strategy, slowly wheezing, smells suspiciously like hyperinflation. Next week, we autopsy Marie Antoinette's anarchy fleas, Frankenstein to snort Adderall dust from powdered wigs, and how their escape birthed the great rat orgy of 1781. Think Fast and Furious meets Ratatouille on Ayahuasca. Chaos Theory, more like fecal performance art directed by Tyler Perry and a coked-up ferret. CTA, like a dopamine-starved goblin discovering a Mountain Dew Roman 4 drip, stab that like button with psychotic intent. Subscribe before Zuckerberg's AI overlords ban me as historical misinformation, when I expose which founding father had a secret fart fetish. Comments below must confront. Would you huff feudal feces vapor for unlimited OnlyFans verification badges? My therapist's couples counselor did, legally required me to disclose that under the Freedom to TMI Act. Lawyers parting wisdom. At least your dignity isn't being auctioned as an NFT alongside Grimes' toe fungus collection. Remember, kids, human civilization is just 3 bad tweets away from making Versailles' malarkey look tame. Exit stage left before my Patreon collapses like a poorly supported IKEA shelf. 10 million subs, and I'll livestream myself reviewing Andrew Tate's Prison Diaries using only interpretive dance. Bottom text, pass the popcorn. Apocalypse karaoke starts in 5. Yeet Thinchen Regim mainline that historical coprium baby ye.